Manchester United are still keen on landing Manuel Ugarte from PSG and are ready to bide their time with their chase set to go down until the wire as they try and drive down his price. Manchester United are prepared to wait until deadline day to land Manuel Ugarte as they wait for PSG to lower their asking price. The Uruguayan has been a summer-long target for the Red Devils, but they are currently unwilling to meet the valuation set by the Ligue 1 champions. They only signed Ugarte from Sporting Lisbon 12 months ago, but want to make a profit if they do move him on. United are keen, but not at the current price being asked. PSG landed João Neves from Benfica earlier this summer and are happy to move Ugarte on. The Red Devils are ready to wait until deadline day in an effort to convince the Parisians to drop their fee. Currently, they want just over £50 million, but despite wanting a midfielder, the Manchester outfit are ready to sit tight, according to The Guardian. As their Ugarte pursuit rambles on, it has forced those at Old Trafford to consider other players, Sander Berge of Burnley among them. The midfielder was on their radar several years ago, but went elsewhere. Now it is Fulham who have tabled a bid to land the Burnley star. Fulham are close to completing the signing of Sander Berge. The Athletic report the West London club have agreed a fee worth £20 million plus £5 million in potential add-ons. With personal terms agreed, Berge and his agent Morten Wivestad will travel to London as the player is scheduled to undergo a medical on Tuesday before finalising his move to Craven Cottage. Now that the Clarets have agreed a deal and Berge is heading to Craven Cottage, then it would leave United's options looking increasingly limited. A permanent swoop for Sofiane Amrabat, who was on loan in Manchester last season, is another option being considered by the hierarchy. Ugarte's PSG future remains uncertain, with the Uruguayan left out of their squad at the weekend, fooling suggestions his time in Paris is going to be limited. Last term, Chelsea were keen on landing the player, but they were outbidded by the French outfit. United are also open to a number of sales should they receive suitable offers. Scott McTominay, who is also on Fulham's radar, and Victor Lindelof are one of a number of players who could depart Old Trafford for the right fee. Casemiro is another man whose future remains unclear. So far, the likes of Casemiro and Christian Eriksen have failed to attract offers, while United play hardball over Scott McTominay's potential exit. The Red Devils have rejected Fulham's £20 million bid for their academy graduate as they continue to demand at least £40 million, with less than 1 year remaining on McTominay's current deal. United are not considering a loan exit for the Scotsman either, and turned down a temporary proposal from Serie A giants Napoli last week, according to Gianluca Di Marzio. With Berge's move to London, that has put a stop to Fulham's pursuit of Scott McTominay. Ten Hag has underlined his desire to bring in more new faces, saying we can't stand still. When further asked about which positions he would look to further strengthen, the manager added it depends what happens in the market, but I am happy with the squad, and I think when we have this squad, I am quite confident ahead of the new season. Manchester United have felt that PSG's demands for Ugarte are too steep, but now the Red Devils are set on the transfer formula they want to proceed with. They want to sign Ugarte on an initial loan deal, and the agreement would also include an obligation to buy. It is unclear if the obligation would kick in automatically or whether there would be conditions that would need to be met. Super agent Jorge Mendes is currently working on the deal. Manchester United are keen to get the move over the line and put Ugarte at the disposal of Erik ten Hag. In the meantime, Erik ten Hag has no other choice but to continue trusting his current options in the middle of the park, including Casemiro, who shone in United's Premier League opener against Fulham on Friday. A standout performer in a 1-0 win, the Brazilian was aggressive defensively and played a major part in United's build-up play, showing he still has plenty to offer this season, despite a disappointing previous campaign. Now, even if McTominay stays beyond the summer, United are looking to strengthen their midfield options before next week's deadline, because Erik ten Hag is thought to be unconvinced by the current options at his disposal. Another option available for United to raise enough for the Ugarte deal is to sell Jadon Sancho, and this actually is in consideration at the club, and negotiations are reported to reach advanced stage. Despite recently reintegrating him back into the first team, Manchester United could still part ways with Jadon Sancho before the close of the summer transfer window. The 24-year-old looked to have ruined his United career after a public falling out with manager Erik ten Hag led to the winger being shipped out on loan. Spending the second half season back with former club Borussia Dortmund, Sancho did well with the Black and Yellows. The German club reached the Champions League final before losing out to eventual champions and 15-time winners Real Madrid. However, now back with United but unlikely to become a key figure in Ten Hag's plan, Sancho, who according to Spotrac earns £250,000 per week, is a candidate to leave Old Trafford before the August 30th transfer deadline. And although rumoured to have been in talks with PSG earlier in the window, according to a recent report from Fichajes, the London-born wide attacker has another option available to him to rejoin Dortmund. The outlet claims United and Dortmund's negotiations for Sancho have reached an advanced stage, with the England international seemingly close to returning to his old stomping ground. The summer window of 2021 saw the Red Devils pay Dortmund a reported £73 million for Sancho, a figure the Premier League giants know they'll never be able to recoup, regardless of how these current talks end. During his 3 years at Old Trafford, Sancho, who has also represented England on 23 occasions, has directly contributed to just 18 goals in 83 games in all competitions. Proceeds from his sale will go a long way in helping United meet their transfer targets. Meanwhile, Manchester United agree sale of their defender Will Fish to a championship club. Will Fish is joining Cardiff City on a permanent transfer this week. There was interest from various second-tier clubs in signing Fish on loan and on permanent deals, but Cardiff have admired him for some time and have struck a deal with United. It's understood Fish was desperate to play first-team football at a competitive level after his successful loan spell with Hibernian last term, which saw him make 45 appearances. Fish was a regular starter in Scotland and wants a prominent squad role at this stage of his career, although the move is bittersweet for the 21-year-old as he's leaving his boyhood club. United insiders considered Fish's temporary spell with Hibernian as one of the most successful loans they had arranged, and he is departing with the best wishes of staff. The youngster always hoped for a permanent transfer away from United this summer, but he was brought on the pre-season tour of the USA and picked up an injury against Liverpool. Fish was stretchered off in the defeat to Liverpool in South Carolina, but the injury wasn't as bad as initially feared, which has allowed him to recover and agree a move to Cardiff. It's quite a busy transfer window for Manchester United, and so far we made some good buys. Do you think Jadon Sancho should be sold? And what are your views on the Ugarte saga? Sound off in the comments section below and keep it locked here on Red Talk TV.